Hi, welcome to another lesson for the rock strum. Today's strum is the picking note strum. So go ahead and pause the tutorial and get your music sheet that has the title right in the upper right hand corner, and it says Sunshine Picking Notes number 1. Be a good idea to pause the tutorial and tune your ukulele up as well. And this is the music sheet that you want to go and get. Sunshine Picking Notes. And we'll get started in about a second. Okay, so you got your music sheet, you tuned up a ukulele, and you're ready to go. Okay, so basically this first phase is we're going to break it down in sections, but basically what we're going to learn after we complete all sections is the main theme of the song for the classic rock song, Sunshine of Your Love, and we'll even show you how to strum it several ways. Now this first one of this lesson is to kind of show you and get you familiarized with the theme, the melody of this section. Okay, and once you get familiar with the melody, we'll start breaking down the chords and the way to play. Okay, so on this diagram, what you see is some numbers over here, okay? See these numbers over here? And these numbers are the sequence of which you're gonna pluck the notes. So in other words, see how you see over here, you see a 1/3, a 2, you see a 4, a 5, 6, 8. Over here is basically an open string, that means open string pluck. And you see 7/9. Now the idea is to play the sequence in a numerical order. So in other words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you must follow the number sequence in order to play the sequence of the melody. So in other words, you would start here, you would pluck this note first, jump to here, number 2, which is second, jump back to third, jump to fourth, then fifth, sixth, open 7, 8, then end with the open 9 of the third string. Over here it tells you the strings and what strings they're on, and these tell you what frets they're on. So now what I would like you to do is go ahead and pause the tutorial, take out maybe whatever time you need, maybe 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and just look at the paper and get familiar with the sequence on the frets and the strings. Don't even start to play, just get familiar so that when we talk about this and break this down, it'll be a lot easier and you'll just grasp it a lot quicker. So go ahead and pause the tutorial and look over that music sheet. Make sure your ukulele is in tune when we come back, and we'll get started in about a second. What you want to basically do is you want to make sure that you're very familiar so that when I explain to you, you know that okay, it's not that far, and I kind of understand this because I've kind of looked at the sequence and the numbering system. Okay, so let me start off by playing the melody very slowly so you get an idea of how we're going to play it. So it sounds like this. And by the way, I'm using my thumb. You can use your fingers to pick, but I'm using my thumb and I'm really slowing it down so we can understand the sequence and how it sounds and how it basically is going to go. Okay. Once again, this is the rock and roll classic theme to the song Sunshine of Your Love. Here we go. Okay, and then I'm ending on an open string, by the way. Open string means, I'm not holding any notes down. Once again. So that's basically the melody or the theme that we're going to be playing. Keep in mind, I'm playing it a lot slower than how it goes, just so that we can understand it and have a good grasp on how we have to play it. So let's break it down. Once again, I'm using my thumb to pluck out the notes. Okay, have your diagram close by so you can refer to that. We're going to start on the 8th fret, 2nd string. And it's 2 plucks. 2 plucks. Okay. Then we're going to go to the 6th fret, 2nd string, back to the 8th fret, 2nd string. Okay. And if you follow the sequence, next we'll go to the top, the 3rd string on the 7th fret, which is number 4. to number 5, 1 fret down, number 6, 1 fret down, open 3rd string, back to the 3rd fret with the number 8, open number 9. Okay. Sorry if I was out of camera there for a sec. One more time, okay? Here we go. First note, 2 plucks on the 2nd string, 8th fret, to the 6th fret, 2nd string, back to the number 3, 8th fret, 2nd string, to the number 4, which is on the 3rd string, 7th fret, 1 down, number 5, 1 down, number 6, open 3rd, number 7, back to number 8, which is 3rd fret, 3rd string, then number 9, open 3rd, 3rd string. Okay. Once again, the theme should sound as such. One more time, maybe a little slower. So give that a try and try to get really comfortable with that. The main thing, you don't have to have the fingering perfect. The main thing is that you understand the melody, know how it goes, because we'll be incorporating some of the notes to continue on with the rest of the progression and the music. In other words, this section right here, those notes right there will have to be put together with another section to make up the song. Okay, well, the main thing is that you understand the melody and the theme. So give that a try, rewind the tutorial, back it up, listen to it again as many times as possible. And once again, it would really help if you looked over this diagram and just really familiarize yourself with the sequence of the picking. In other words, the number system, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it has to follow in that order, okay? And just use the frets and the strings to locate the position. And once you are ready and comfortable, able to understand and play the melody, move on to the next lesson. We shall see you then.